lovelies. This is Chrissy cooking at home. I am Chrissy. I know, it's surprising. I would be shocked too. Anyways, this is a canning video. When I learned I could do this, I was like, that is so cool. Now, I'm an inexperienced canner. I am not a seasoned canner. I am still learning a lot because there's so much to canning. There's so many things you can can. So many things. I grew up on home canned food. But as a kid, I was one of those, helping prep the food, not the one running the canner. So I knew things that you could can, like meats and vegetables and fruits and jams and jellies and juice and, all those things. When I talk to my friends here in New York about what I'm canning, they're like, you can can meat? I'm like, yeah, I grew up on that. But I'm from Indiana, so my family's from Ohio. Farm country. So we're going to can chicken drumsticks on the bone. I was like, so cool. I love canning ugly chicken, which I just did yesterday because I found chicken breast for $1.99 a pound in a 10-pound average bag. Now, the day before, I found chicken drumsticks or chicken leg quarters, either or, for 89 cents a pound in a 10-pound bag average. I got roughly a 12-pound bag. So, what we need, that looks kind of funky. We need wide mouth quart jars, wide mouth lids, wide mouth bands, and chicken. And then you need your canner, of course. So, notice something different? Something a little different? Leading to the hair. We're going to put it back because we are going to be doing some chicken here. So, put my hair up and then wash my hands. I'm going to grab the chicken out of the fridge. I got my vinegar, my paper towels. My jars are washed. I was out of wide mouth lids. All I had were used ones, which come in handy for other things other than canning. Like, I'm out at the moment, but I buy onions in bulk, and I will dehydrate them in my oven on the dehydration function, and then have minced dried onion. So used lids are great for that, to store in a mason jar, but not good for canning. So I had to order some lids. I just had Walmart deliver them yesterday while I was canning the chicken breast. So today we're going to can the chicken legs. It is 4:30 in the morning. We're going to get this going while the children are asleep, and then we're going to do the dishes and get everything going, like more morning routine. If you've not seen my life update videos, you don't know my morning routine is clean up after the children and get the house ready for them to destroy. Life of a stay-at-home mom. You clean it for them to destroy it. So I'm going to get everything going. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to grab the chicken, and we're going to get going. I've already put water in the canner. Learn your canner, right? Learn. You got to learn. You got to crawl before you walk, walk before you run. In theory. Not all children do that. Okay, let's get going. Can't believe my remote is actually working today. This is like craziness, people. Okay, so this is 12.36 pounds chicken drumsticks for $11 even. That was pretty cool. Ignore the mess behind me on the counter. I gotta clean that. So, we're through bag number 1. Now, I don't think I'm going to get this done in one canner load, but my canner only holds 7 quart jars. Now, 1 quart, depending on the size of the chicken leg, chicken drumstick, usually holds 4 drumsticks for me. Okay. These look kind of like hefty. You gonna go in? Oh, you are a beast. You're a little smaller. Get in there next to your little brother. All right, sister. Get in there. Now, the way I'm looking, I'm not sure if I can get a 4th one in there because these are kind of meaty. Yeah, that's kind of full. So, skin and all. And then it just slips right off the bone. When you open the jar. You are a meaty little son of a gun. Yeah, 3 is all that's fitting in these jars. That is all that's fitting this morning. Oh, this is a little one. He's a little one. Compared to these other ones. You have another little one? Get him in there. Can we stick this one back down? Too big. There, got 4 in that one. 4 is in that one. Now, how you get them in, don't matter. As long as you can get the lid on, we'll be okay. Now, you can find the directions to this on the National Center for Home Food Preservation. I gotta look it up again. It's been a while. I have not canned meat. We finally ran out. So I have not canned meat since February. It is June 3rd. Are you kidding me? I don't know. We might have to try to work out something here. I've got 5 drumsticks left here. Might just be 2 in a jar. But then that would just be 1 jar. it can. One jar all by itself. There we go. Okay. That's what it's going to have to be. Oh, there's 3 drumsticks in here. 3 drumsticks left in here. And that's how that worked out. So back in the fridge it goes. Wash my hands. Okay, now, I know, I washed my hands and I touched these jars with chicken fingers, but it'll be okay. I'm going to wash my hands again and again and again. So I have little squares of paper towel. I have my lids. I made sure to buy 2 boxes. Can't believe I ran out and did not buy more. Talk about space of the brain. Brain, space out. Okay. Little dip. Refold. Spice out the vinegar. This cuts through the chicken fat. So we have good contact with our lid. Because we want our lids to seal, right? Right. I think there should be more videos on this. I saw one and was sold, and that was Lisa over at Sutton's Days do this, and I was like, no way, yes way, I'm doing that. Because in my area these drumsticks go on sale. Chicken thighs, bone-in, chicken leg quarters go on sale for 99 cents. And then when I saw 89 cents, I was like, ah, I know what I'm doing. My wide mouth quarts are on sale, are empty. Not all of them, but a lot of them are empty. So this doing your vinegar to cut through the grease also gives you another ample opportunity to make sure you don't have any nicks or chips in your jar, because if you do, it won't seal. And this is like money. I mean, I know it was only 89 cents a pound, but still, it's money. And I'm not throwing away money. And I don't know if you hear her or not, but it sounds like Miss Nellie's up yelling at Mickey. It may look like I'm cranking, but I'm not really cranking it on. Okay. Which means I gotta go change a diaper. So I'm going to get these in the canner. I'm going to look up for the National Center for Home Food Preservation on my time, but you can't see me. Let's look up. It's different for bone-in chicken and rabbit. That's what it says. It's under bone-in chicken and rabbit. When you can in chicken, it'll have, bone-in because the bone acts as a conductor. So I got to look it up again because it's been a while. Should have done that before I hopped on here. So sorry. So I'm going to pop these in because I still have time to look up my processing time because I got to bring it up to steam, let it vent for 10, put it on my jiggler, and then wait for it to start jiggling. And then when it starts jiggling, process it. Start my processing time. So I have time to look up my processing time because I know I need to look up my processing time. No guesswork here, people. Processing time is important. So I'm going to get these in. I'm going to go change to Miss Nellie. I will let you know what I saw on the National Center for Home Food Preservation, but don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Google National Center for Home Food Preservation. I'll be right back to let you know. Okay, I told you I'd be right back. Now, I took care of Miss Nellie. She got her diaper changed and her baba. So she is beginning her morning routine. So while she's waking up, getting ready for breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning, the canner hasn't even come up to steam yet because it's only been like 15 minutes. Gave me plenty of time to go to my computer and look up on the National Center for Home Food Preservation under canning, under chicken and rabbit, scroll down to my kind of canner, which is the weighted, and look up quarts with bones, 75 minutes. If it was pints with bone, it would have been 65 minutes. But it's quarts, 75 minutes. For my altitude, it's 15 pounds for pressure because I'm above 1,000 feet. So you got to go by your altitude. Look up your altitude. The National Center for Home Food Preservation has a link to help you look up your altitude for your address. Not your city, not your town. Look up for your address because my town is below, but where my actual physical home is, because I live outside the town, I'm above by like 75 feet. So there's that. So it's in the canner. It's gonna be a few hours because I'm starting at room temp here. Everything was at room temp. The water I put in the canner, you got to put your water in your pressure canner. Always need your water. Put it into what your canner specifies. If you don't know, if you bought your canner used off the Facebook Marketplace at a garage sale somewhere, if it was grandma's in the attic, whatever, go to Lisa Sutton's Days. She has a video on this. She will tell you how many inches, how many quarts should equal how many inches to can safely. That woman's smart. She's a pro. So I have the appropriate amount of water for my canner, which I bought used off the Facebook Marketplace. Both my canners. There's my other one. It's really old. It's older than me. It is pre-January 1983 Miromatic. The one I am canning with is after January 1983 Miromatic. Both bought off Facebook Marketplace. This one is a thicker metal. It takes longer. I don't use it anymore, but I have it as backup in case I want to have like 2 full canner loads going at the same time. They're both weighted pressure canners, weighted gauge pressure canners, if you were curious. I do like the Miromatic. I do. So, what else can I tell you? That's pretty much it. I will bring you back when I pull them out of the canner in a few hours. I wanted to get this going before it turns into 80 degrees today. Plus, you know, stay at home mom. It's Monday. I got things to do. I got appointments to make, phone calls to make. I got dishes to do, cleaning to do, meals to make. I got to get Nellie's breakfast going. Always so much to do. The life of a stay-at-home mom. At least I got laundry caught up yesterday. No laundry to do today. Yay. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get the remote to work again. Oh, it says it's still connected. Ooh. Okay, I'll bring you back. It's flashing. Well, life as it happens. Nothing can go perfect all the time, right? Right. Well, I left. The canner had finished processing, 75 minutes, like I said, right? And after it had come down from pressure, I took the weight off, and then I needed to run some errands. So I left the lid on, no big deal, and I went and ran some errands. And it took longer than I expected to do what I needed to do, but it was no big deal to leave them in the canner. Done it a million times. I come home, I put away some groceries I picked up, I talked to Logan about some things, and then some of the groceries I picked up were some chicken leg quarters, 99 cents a pound. So I figure I'll grab a package of that for $5. Cut them up so I have legs and thighs, and put them in jars with the 3 legs that I had left, and process them all together so that way I have more than just one jar to process. Perfect. So I'm gonna do that. But I pull the chicken out of the canner, and it seems only 1 jar out of 7 has sealed. Now, there's a thing where you leave them be for 24 hours. Once you pull them out, you don't touch them for 24 hours. And you have 24 hours to reprocess if they don't seal. Looks like I'll be reprocessing 6 jars of chicken legs. And if that one that looks like it's sealed is a false seal, I'll be reprocessing 7 jars. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if this are the lids. I don't know if it's human error. I don't know what happened. Did my routine. Did the step-by-step. Everything went well with the breasts. 1 did not seal out of 12. I did Kerr Sure-Tight lids with those. These wide mouth jars, I bought ball lids. I will admit, out of both of these, they are not the best lids. What am I used here that I use for dry storage, not for recanning? 4 jars. If I had time, I would have ordered and waited for them to ship 4 jars. Can't get them in stores, you gotta order online. 4 jars. Best lids. But I don't have any newbies. I only have used, so can't use those. Hopefully it's not the lids. Hopefully when I process this next batch of chicken, it will seal. So, want to see the chicken? Okay, so here's the chicken legs. This is what it looks like. They look beautiful. They pressure canned beautifully in the jars. Jars, can you see this? It's not sunk down like this one. This one is sunken down. This one may be a false seal, but it may be a seal. These, tell by looking at them. Those are my breasts over there. So these may be reprocessed tomorrow. So there's that. I'll bring you back for this next batch and see if any of them look like they're going to seal. Thought I'd show you real quick the thigh leg quarter thing. How I'm doing it. That should work. Okay. You got your leg quarter, right? I'm just pulling it apart. Right. Cut until I feel the resistance of the bone with my knife. And then I grab it in half here and dislocate. Easy peasy. Dislocate. And then take your knife. That way you're not trying to cut the bone with your knife. And then take your jar. Take your thigh. Get it in there. Your drumstick in there. Ta-da! Easy peasy. So, I have 5 jars to process. That is better than, to me, that is better than processing 1 jar. So, I'm going to clean my rims again with vinegar. I'm going to use brand new lids. I'm going to get my rings on. I'm going to scrub my canner from my last load. And then I'm going to put fresh water in, remeasure it all. And then I'm going to reprocess everything. Not reprocess, but these are going to go in for the first time. I'm going to process everything. And hopefully these will seal. Right? Right. I will let you know. Ignore that. My canning stuff stacked on top of there. Okay. I'd say welcome back, but it's been a blink of an eye for you. It is the next day, June 4th. It's 5:15 in the morning. And I have the chicken leg drumsticks that did not seal back in the canner right now. It's already come to steam and vented for 10. I've put on my weight. I'm waiting for it to jiggle. So that's where we're at right now. Now, the 5 jars that I did yesterday with the leg quarters and the 3 remaining drumsticks, all sealed. I don't know why I want to say dumb luck, but I did the exact same thing I always do. Did what I showed you. Wipe your rims with vinegar. Put your lid on, put your ring on. They all sealed. They're all here. I gotta wash the jars. Oh, there it goes. You see, there's no bubble up. They all have a certain sound too. So I don't need to reprocess any of these. They're beautiful. Here's the 3 drumsticks. The rest of these are, I did, say what I did. Since I knew they didn't seal, I took 2 jars, went ahead and reprocessed them. So, let's find, okay, here is a drumstick and a thigh. There's the thigh, there's the drumstick. Now, I'm gonna go, please hold. So, that's jiggling away. I turned down the heat some. I'm going to keep turning down the heat gradually because I want that jiggle to slow down. I don't want it to stop. I turned on my timer, so that's going. So now that you've seen thigh, drumstick, one of these jars with the drumstick is fresh. One of these jars with the drumsticks, or 2 of these jars with the drumsticks, is reprocessed. Because it still had to do the full 75 minutes. You can't just do a little bit just to get it sealed. You got to redo the whole thing from beginning to end. You got to do step by step, redo. You got to, take off that crappy lid, throw it away. You got to wipe your rims with the vinegar, new lid, put the ring on, and reprocess for the full time, full steps, same old, same, like it was fresh. So, 2 of these was processed twice for 75 minutes. Lids sealed this time. So, what you can do with this beautiful liquid. As you saw, I did not put any liquid in here. This comes from the chicken, from the fat, from the skin, from the meat, from the bone. Beautiful. You can use it to make a gravy for like chicken and noodles, chicken pot pie. Or you can drain it off, throw it out, and then use this meat for chicken salad. Just saying. Mix it in with your broth for chicken and dumplings. Mix it in your broth for chicken noodle soup. It's full of flavor. Chock full of freaking chicken delicious flavor. Can't go wrong with chicken flavor. Right? Right. So, I was a nervous freaking wreck. I was picturing these not sealing. None of them. Again. I was a mess. So this is going to be one of those videos that shows you can follow the steps and still somewhere something goes wrong. I don't know what went wrong. Something went wrong. But I'm fixing the mistake. I'm reprocessing because I did it within the 24 hours. There's that 24-hour rule. And I guess there's a 24-hour 2 rule. Go check out Lisa Sutton's video on the 24-hour/2 rule. I learned that. I watched that yesterday. So I learned something, again, learned something new. Always learning. I love learning. And when I've forgotten, I learn again. Always learn something new. So I'm going to wash my jars. So I got to wash my breasts that I did. I'm going to wash these. They've all sealed. It's been past 8 hours. I'm going to wash my jars. I'm going to label them. I'm going to put them on my shelves. It's going to be a beautiful day. I don't believe I have to go anywhere today. So that makes me beyond happy that I can stay in my comfy clothes. I'm wearing some very relaxed leggings and some very relaxed clothes. You can see it's super, super baggy. Got some laundry going, canner going, dishes are done, baby's been changed. She's yelling at Mickey Mouse. Got to get her breakfast going. Got to vacuum yet. Got to bleach the floor again every day. Just hit repeat. What do you think? Let's give her some bananas today. Got some beautiful bananas. Banana and watermelon. Banana and watermelon. She was not happy with pancakes yesterday. Anyways, I ramble. So, canning, chicken legs. Go to the National Center for Home Food Preservation. Read for canning chicken. Read the instructions. Okay? You can do bone in. Easy peasy. Is it the most beautiful chicken to you? I don't know, but it's gorgeous to me. This is flavor, full flavor. You take the meat, just slides right off the bone, the fat or the skin just slides right off. Feed it to the dogs. It's garbage. Whatever. Did you have fun with me? Did you make it to the end? I'm so proud of you. Till next time.